Hey everybody, Dr. Ryan Weaver here. Today's spinal workshop that we're going to be talking about, spinal exercises. A lot of these you can actually do at your desk. We do talk about this a lot in desk job ergonomics. But taking a step back, again, we do these spinal workshops so that you, our community, our patients are fully aware of things that you can do to better your health outside the office. So a few of these that we're going to go through today. Most commonly, these are ones that we pretty much hand out to most of our patients to start with. They're very simple, not a lot of stress to the spine, but the first one that we're going to show you is called our knee to chest stretch. As you can imagine, I'll show you this while I'm standing before I act that out. If I'm laying on my back, the first thing we're going to do is simply pull that knee to your chest. And maybe you aren't able to do that yet, but one of the things that you can do is take a towel, take some sort of piece of fabric. You could even take a shirt and wrap that around the front of your knee so you can pull that, or behind your thigh, and you can help pull that up as well. So what this looks like is simply laying on your back, pulling your knee to your chest, just as so. You're going to pull that a little bit. You should feel a pull in your glute, your lower back. Again, you can even wrap underneath here and do the same, okay? While I'm here, one of the other stretches that we often do, we call this a crossover stretch, is simply same hand placement, and you're going to bring your knee over midline. So you're going to feel that more so in the glute, in the outside of your hip and your thigh. And depending on your condition, your current health status, you may have seen a lot of athletes, or maybe in other stretching videos, maybe you've seen where people bring their leg all the way fully extended and bring that over. I know that does put a lot of torsion on your spine, so I usually don't recommend that unless we know really the condition of your spine at that time. So oftentimes we simply have a patient hold that for anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. There's no wrong time here. You can hold it up to even 30 seconds and repeat that with the other side. One of our other stretches that we talk about with our cervical spine here is our cervical stretch. So again, you could even do this seated, you could do it at your desk, you could do it standing. But what I want you to think of doing is looking straight ahead. You're going to turn 45 degrees to the side, and you're going to think of looking in your pocket, and you're going to go down. You can bring that opposite hand over and start to pull that down. So you're going to feel a stretch from the back of your skull all the way down through your neck and into the top of your shoulders. Again, you can switch that side and go the other way here. Again, we often say hold that for 5 to 10 seconds. You can alternate that. A really good one, I think, to do if you do have a desk job. One of the other variations of that is called our lateral neck bend, or ear to the shoulder. Once again, keep your shoulders square, and you're going to bend your head all the way to the side. Again, you should feel a little burn on the side. Again, you can pull over slightly. And again, anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. And I typically alternate through lefts and rights about 5 times per side, okay? One of the last ones that we talk about, to work the deep neck flexors, which helps support our normal cervical curve. So from a side profile, what you're going to do is think of making a double chin. You're going to tuck that chin back through, and you're going to hold that. Notice that I'm not looking straight down at my feet. I oftentimes perform this up against the wall, because it kind of prevents you from having a bad habit and looking down. But again, you're just going to tuck your chin back through. Again, we call that simply the chin tuck stretch. All right. One of my personal faves, this is called our thoracic reach through stretch. You may have seen this if you're around yoga a lot, but simply what you're going to do is you're going to be on all fours, and you're going to reach through with your arm. You're going to try to reach all the way as far as you can, and you can lean down into that, which is going to help stretch the back of the shoulder. And once again, you can go the other way as well. So with that, that really helps stretch our thoracic spine, our lat muscles, and reaching through there. Because a lot of us have a lack of thoracic mobility and rotation, which that can help that. One of the other variations in that same position, so if you notice, my hands are underneath my shoulders and my knees are under my hips, and this is called cat-cow. So cat, think of a cat in Halloween where the back hunches up and you're gonna reach to the ceiling. So imagine there's a string in the middle of your back and that's pulling you up through. So that's called our cat. And cow is you're gonna sink your stomach all the way down through and you're gonna start looking up, okay? You can go back and forth through that. You can do that at your own pace. You can hold that for 5 to 10 seconds again and go back and forth through the cat and the cow stretch, okay? And the last one that we're gonna go over, this is gonna be for those of you who may have, again, desk jobs, forward head posture, but we call this our W stretch. So what we're gonna do, if we're up against the wall, so if my back's against that, we're simply gonna bring our arms back as far as we can. Now, you may have poor shoulder mobility. So what that may look like from the side view is you may not be able to get your hands all the way back against the wall like this. So it may be a little forward. A few things you can do with that is you can kick your legs out, which will help bring you back up against that wall a little bit more. And what I simply want you to do is keep the back of your hands up against the wall and start to bring that up through and bring your thumbs together. Slow and controlled, bringing that back. You're gonna continue to activate your back muscles so it keeps that back. Again, from the side view, try to keep that back as far as you can and bring that up together and back. As you do that, and if you're up against the wall, try to keep your butt in the back of your head up against that wall. Slow and controlled movement. And again, that's gonna help loosen our front of our chest, bring our shoulders back, but also strengthen our back muscles as well. So these are just a few stretches that we often prescribe to patients to help them with their spinal restrictions and support what we do here. So again, these stretches are simple things you can do in the office. Again, you know, if you have the ability to take a 5-minute break every hour or 2 hours at work, that just helps redistribute the blood flow, gets you moving, you know, may even help with that afternoon crash after lunch. But again, these are simple things. Most importantly, know the condition of your spine, have that checked, because just like I showed you with crossing your leg over, depending on the health of your spine, that might be something that you may not want to do. So again, have your spine checked. Again, our spine is the most important thing. Our nervous system, we only get one spine, and we want to make sure that we keep that as healthy as we can for as long as we can, that we need to take care of that differently for the rest of your life. So we'll look forward to seeing you at our next spinal exercises. We call that 2.0, a little more advanced and some other fun things. We bring in a few weights, a few bands. Once again, simple things you could probably even keep in your desk drawer at work. So thanks for tuning in. We'll look to see you at our next spinal workshop.